Alright, we're filming another video on the phone, and yes, I'm in pajamas. Alright, so a little while ago I talked about every instrument I owned, and I never did really go over some other things. I got recently 3 new instruments. These are not, well, one of them are not it, that Jackson right there. But I thought I would go over all the electric guitars I own, and I got like a surprise guitar that's like the third cousin that you have to be forced to hang out with. But overall, I hope you guys are doing great. The reason why I'm filming on my phone again is because I kind of broke my cord to my setup in there. And also I got a new laptop. I got the MacBook Neo, which I might be making a video here soon about it because I'm tired of people crapping on it. So I'm going to try to make a video talking how great it is. Besides that, I know music content don't really do great on my channel, but I like music. I think everyone else likes music. I'm also wearing Marvel, so that gives me at least 10 points of credit. But this is Feel Freak, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys all the electric guitars I own. I do own 2 acoustic guitars. One's a Washburn and one's a secret brand that I don't really know of, that I've been fixing up for this guy that gave it to me, that he had in his basement and stuff. Has got destroyed. I might make a video on me cleaning it up and working on it. It is also a hybrid because it has electric pickup on it as well. Not like it has like a single coil, but not like what most acoustics have whenever it's like just in the bridge. But besides that, we're going to start off with my first ever guitar, and this being the lovely, I don't know the exact Jackson model, but this is my Jackson guitar. Put some stickers on it because I'm a wimp like that. My parents bought this for me. I think it costs around about $200. It's one of the cheap brand guitars. Hopefully you guys will be able to hear because I'm using a pretty standard small amp. It should be able to pick up on the tone. Now each one's going to have a different volume. If you guys don't know anything about Jackson, Jackson's been used in a lot of like distorted stuff, if I'm correct, but this is my first guitar. I mean, it works how you would. So it works fine. I mean, has 2 humbuckers on it, and then it has a control, you know, the typical little slide switch, front being neck. And everything, it might be a little bit out of tune. I don't have my tuner with me. But besides that, middle being just both pickups. And then bridge being the bridge pickup down here. And I don't really use this one anymore. I don't mind it. I mean, it looks cool. You got the job done for what it does. Like I said, this is more for me, it's more used for that low end, like distorted stuff. So like if I play this, it's usually going to be recording for a kind of heavy metal type thing. So it gets that. So I mean, it does what it needs to do for me. So this is just the Jackson. Like I said, first ever guitar I ever got. I will not say I am a guitar player by heart. I am simply just, I like collecting instruments. Guitar was just something I wanted to collect, and I really wanted one. I think my first ever bass was a Jackson bass, and my parents bought this to help bring my music career kind of going on, to give me at least that support. Like, hey, we support you in this, but of course, being parents, they also want me to make sure I actually have a normal job as well. But yeah, like I said, that was around about $200. If you're if you're trying to get a guitar for cheap, I would look into Jackson. Really great guitar. Going on to my next one. This is a Telecaster body. It is a no brand guitar because this was a parts kit that me and my girlfriend, fiance, I better get that correct or she'll actually kill me. Me and my fiance put together. This is my favorite Telecaster is my favorite body as it is. I still gotta go through and get some. I gotta like fix some stuff. Same selector switch. That's what they're called. Forward is neck, which gives me that. I like using neck for like rhythm. I did not come up with anything to play on these besides just playing simple stuff that I know. Middle being both pickups, and these are both single coil. I call this a lipstick pickup. I don't think that's the actual correct term for that. And then this is just a single coil. They're both single coils. Middle selector switch just brings both of them in. Yeah, I'm missing. There it is. And then, why everyone likes a Telecaster. Back bridge, twang, country feel. And everything else. I didn't show it on the Jackson because this shows it well. The Telecaster body has the same thing. Volume knob and tone knob. Same as the Jackson, and then the other guitar on this side. And the same as the last guitar I'm going to show here in a little bit. I do like actually turning this one down to a lower end because I like doing the Ghost Riders in the Sky little thing. Which I honestly feel like sounds better on this instrument, this guitar, than anything else. I don't know if you guys can also see this. The action on it is not too bad, but I do need to try to lower it. And I do need to adjust some more things on it. Because, like I said, this was a parts kit. We painted it. I put all the electronics in. And it sounds fine. I mean, I think there's some notes. But, yet again, it could just be my playing. And then... But, yeah. Simple. I'm dying. The overdrive on it, like distorted stuff, it don't sound too bad. I wouldn't say it's the best. I wouldn't use this for overdrive. I mean, definitely not with the bridge pickup. I mean, it sounds a little bit better if you have it on the neck. Maybe same as middle. But overall, I mean, it's a decent body. I wouldn't say this. I will actually say the Telecaster body shape is my favorite because I do like country music as a whole sometimes, and I do like the single coil in the back and like this. If I was going to change anything on this, getting in, like I said, I would fix the action on this. I think, and it feels great. I mean, I have a horrible time doing the F shape anyways, / bar chords. If I was going to change one thing is, I would probably replace this front single coil for a humbucker, just to give me more power whenever I go up there or middle switch. Tone knob sounds great, and I like it all. So, I hope I said his name right. I could. I think this is a Ibanez, something like that. I'll show you guys the neck board. This is one of my new recent guitars. Try to get that in frame. I don't know. It is a hollow body electric mimicking the hollow body Gibson. I just can't remember the name of the model of it. But this is my new end guitar. This one actually packs a punch. I have to actually turn the gain and tone knob off of this speaker because if I don't, it's going to distort it as it is. Same thing, selector switch, down bridge, up, neck, middle, both. Volume knob, tone, as we all know, love. I don't mess with the tone on this one. I don't mess with the tone with the Jackson. And I mean, this is just a good guitar. I do like doing like a little bit of a. I don't think it's a bad guitar. I love the sound of it. Definitely with the bridge pickup, it adds in more of that power. So if I turn the gain up on this amp, because yet again, it's a small amp, travel amp, so it works fine for me for just practicing. It really adds in that overdrive. It's just lovely sound. I love using the bridge pickup on this. If I had to say, I like using bridge pickup on the Telecaster body, and I like using the neck pickup only for the Jackson. This one over way around, I love every switch area it can do. Same thing as like. I've yet to record with it. I do enjoy it. I've got it recently. Oh, sorry. The Telecaster body parts kit, if you want to get that on Amazon, it's around about, I think, $50 to maybe $80. It's a fun little project. If that's also another thing, but I would highly suggest if you are trying to get into guitar, go ahead and buy a somewhat of a name brand. Jackson is a name brand, same as this brand, but try to look for a cheap, a little bit around $200, $150, and guitar. Go to pawn shops. They might have some good ones. And then over time, if you're like, okay, I don't want to spend the money for a Fender Telecaster, then you can buy parts kits and stuff like that, as long as you know how to put them together and understand the workings. This one, so Jackson, $200. The parts kit's around about $70 to $80. This one cost me, luckily, $250. It was originally $300 at the pawn shop. And then sometimes online, these can go for around about $1,200 depending on which one you get. I'm not saying this one is fully one. When I looked it up on Google, it did say it was around about $1,200. I don't think it's worth that anymore because, one, I touched it, and then multiple people has used it, and obviously it's been in a pawn shop, depending on how long. I walked in, I love the color. I love all three of these guitars over here. The one color I don't like is the black. I don't enjoy all black. I like having like just normal wood color or like that blue. But overall, this guitar just sounds lovely. You know, I wouldn't say this will become a main guitar, but it'll probably be the one I use for most recordings now. I really want to get a B bender. That would be so cool. But overall, this is just a lovely guitar. I mean, neck pickup, if I can think of something to play. But overall, I do like using, I don't know if you guys ever do this, if you do play guitar, but just using just your finger to do that like last 3 strings or 4 strings. I just feel like it has like good rhythm if you get onto it. But besides that, I love this guitar. Believe it or not, I still love the Telecaster body more than this. I do want to get a hollow body Telecaster body. I think it'd be really cool. I like the single coil, but I do like the humbuckers on this. I don't like the humbuckers on the Jackson as much, but overall, sounds great. All right. Technically, I have what you could say a total of 4 electric guitars, and as you guys can see here, there's only 3. That's just because, like I said at the beginning of the video, this last guitar is like the third cousin that you get forced to hang out with. Here it comes. Alright. This looks like a Squier. This is actually, it is a Fender Squier. But if you can see there, if I don't get in say, there's a 6 on it in Roman numerals. Well, all right. Well, front pickup's on. Let me just... Oh, this is a Fender Squier P bass. Fender Squier B6. This is a bass guitar, a 6-string bass guitar. The only difference between this type of bass guitar and the other 6-string bass is this adds in a 2 higher strings. So it adds in a higher B and E, making the standard tuning on this E, A, D, G, B, E, making it in the same range as a guitar, but 1 octave lower in the bass register. So technically, like I said, this isn't a... I don't count it as a guitar, I count it as a bass. This is what I play in church. But since it does have these 2 higher strings, I can do the same stuff as like I would do on the other guitars. And everything. Tone knob, volume. I usually keep it, if I'm using only the front pickup, I'll keep it low on the tone knob to get that more bass. If I go up, if I use either middle or third or the bridge pickup, I'll do go up here. And usually I'll play little like little things like on the 2 strings. And everything. So only difference is I don't have a switch pickup, like a slide switch pickup. This has normal on and off pickups. Like I think it's a Fender Jaguar that does that as well. So as you can see, there's 3 main ones in the front. These are neck pickup, middle pickup, bridge, and then this one is a bypass, if I'm correct. It puts everything up into the treble. It gets more of your treble out there. So like if you do supposed to help staying kind of in that treble range, but not really. I use it mainly for the bridge pickup a lot of times in church whenever I'm starting to do the sorted stuff. So overall, it's a good... If you say a good guitar, I go, it's a decent guitar at most. Like I said, I play it as a bass. It's okay if you play it as a guitar, because there was one. I only know of 2 bands that plays this specific model. This one, I think, if I'm correct, cost me around about $150, maybe $200. But I would not suggest this to anyone. I wouldn't even suggest this to a bass player unless if you're trying to get a unique thing, or if you're trying to or if you're a guitar player and you're in a band and they're like, oh, we need a bass guitar, then I suggest this. I know a little bit more about this instrument more than any others. This was released in the 60s, maybe a little bit early. Fender was the original people that made it. The Beatles used it on the White Album, Abbey Road, and Let It Be. John Lennon mainly played it, and same as George Harrison, because they are both guitar players for the most part. But the main band that I know of that used it a lot, and this is where I think I hear it was made in the 60s, but it could have been made a little bit earlier. I could be wrong, because I don't know exactly how long this band was started or how long this member got the guitar in the band. But the Beach Boys used this, using the same thing that I was saying, with using only the bypass for the treble side and like maybe middle pickup or something like that to add more oomph into the guitar player's part. But besides that, these are all the electric guitars I own. Obviously, I'll probably end up getting more later on in my life. I will say, you don't have to spend expensive stuff to have a good setup. Like I said, $250. This is the highest paid guitar I have done so far. Maybe not more than my acoustic, but this has been the most that I paid for. It's been leased and it sounds great, and that's the Telecaster. The Jackson was my starter for $200, And if you want to get a B6, I don't know if they still have them in stock right now because I got mine on a limited edition and I got mine on sale as well by Fender. If you do want a Fender B6, I will suggest that you just look around at Guitar Center, look out on Amazon, Fender itself. And if you really do want one to have that bass and guitar field, I would suggest it. Just remember that it's not fully a guitar and it's not fully a bass. You're not going to be doing no slap bass on there unless if you can get your fingers in between those tight little gaps. Besides that, thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this kind of like gives you enlightenment of like, okay, there's different type of guitars out there, or this helped you give you some sort of like, okay, everything, because this has a different variety. You got a solid body, you got single coil body, and then you got a open, then you got hollow body. So I mean, hopefully this helps you guys with if you are planning on getting a guitar. And if not, I hope you guys enjoy just me talking about the bunch of guitars I have. I'll probably do a video on basses here soon. I don't have as much as those. I might get one more basic, kind of even things out. But besides that, I hope you guys enjoy. See you guys next time, and peace.